making hand pies with about 50 calories and they're keto friendly. We saw a recipe that we were like, that looks pretty good. I think it's for a 76 calorie pie. And we thought that we could improve on this recipe because we're gonna be using a keto friendly replacement for apples, the chayote. A chayote is a squash. Sarah and I have used it a couple times to replace apples here on our channel. It tastes so good that you are not gonna miss apples, we promise. This is a low carb, keto friendly hack that kind of takes over the world when people figure it out. And so we try to do it about once a year. It's worth repeating because the magic of this is actually in the flavors that you cook the chayote in, and you cannot tell that it's not an apple. One medium apple has about 95 calories and one medium chayote has 25 calories. And with the carb count, it's like even more important because one medium-sized apple has about 21 grams of net carbs, which is pretty much what you're gonna eat in one day on keto, while a chayote has about 3.8 grams of net carbs per one. So it's a huge savings. But before we start preparing our chayote, we're gonna talk about the sponsor of this video, Our Place. You've probably heard of the Always Pan, but if you've been waiting for the perfect moment to try it, then this is it. Our Place is having their biggest sale of the season right now, with up to 30% off site-wide until May 11th. What we love most is that this cookware is actually non-toxic. No PFAS, no PTFEs, no forever chemicals that sneak into most non-stick pans. They're safe, they're beautiful, and truly non-stick. Cleanup takes seconds. This one can serve, boil, bake, and store all in one. It's our new go-to for one-pan meals and everyday cooking. A couple of years ago, we actually bought a set for our mom for Mother's Day from Our Place, including the Always Pan. And she still talks about how much she loves them. You can see how happy she was in this photo because we're the best. I'm kidding. So if you're looking for the perfect gift for yourself or someone else, then this is your moment. Just don't wait too long because popular colors sell out fast. Click the link in our description to shop the sale before it ends on May 11th. Thanks so much to Our Place for sponsoring this video. So people are gonna be like, I don't know where to get it. Honestly, we find it at our local supermarket. I've seen them on Amazon Fresh. I've seen them at a Chicagoland grocery store. So if you cannot find chayote at your local grocer or online, you can use zucchini for this. Sarah and I did a video a while ago where we compared the chayote filling to a zucchini filling to mock apple pie for keto-friendly apple pies, and we found that the zucchini, it did taste like it and it was good, but it was slightly softer when it was cooked down, and this one just has more of a bite that you get when you have an apple. So if you can't find a chayote, use zucchini. Okay, but the only thing that you should probably know when you're getting ready to prepare your chayote is that it can produce some kind of sticky substance. It's like a sap, natural sap, or they call it latex, out of... They call it latex? Yeah. Huh. And so it can make your hands sticky, and some people can get an allergic reaction from it. So we bought gloves. Sarah bought these to dye her white hairs. But you can wear gloves so that your hands don't get sticky. Of course, if you're using zucchini for this, you don't need to do that at all. But we prefer the chayote. I was looking for the snap. Sarah and I used to work in a hospital. Be afraid. Many moons ago. I should have picked a less veiny one. Yeah. Not veiny, I don't know what you call it. What the heck? So I was actually holding the chayote like this. And these actually come individually wrapped when you buy them from the grocery store near Sarah's house. And even just touching it, it felt a little sticky. So be careful about that. I rough chopped these after I peeled them. Kind of like how you would see an apple being chopped. They're not all the same size. They're round. And this is what it looks like. These are 3 chayote chopped. It kind of looks like an apple at this point. We are going to put these into our pan and start cooking them. We like to cook these low and slow for like 20 minutes. And what's great is we like to put this in a jar and keep it in our fridge, and you can serve it on ice cream, on a croissant, a keto-friendly croissant, a piece of bread. Possibilities are endless. Right, some people will just eat it out of the jar. It keeps for a couple of weeks, so if you keep it cold, I don't know about freezing it, but keeping it in the refrigerator, you can have it for a long time. So this is actually our recipe that we've been tweaking for many years, probably what, 4 years? Yeah. So we'll leave a link to our recipe in the description below. We have come to change out sweeteners though in the past. In the past we've used erythritol. Now we're using Swerve because we like it. You can probably use your favorite keto-friendly sweetener, but just make sure that the sweetness level is up to par with what you want. So I'm gonna put some water on our chayotes and we'll start making our apple filling.
Okay.
So we started to simmer it. It's been simmering for like 10 minutes. We're gonna start to add in our other ingredients. We're gonna put in some butter. Next up, some lemon juice. Next up, we're gonna add in our dry ingredients. I like to whisk those all together so we have swerve. And we started adding a little bit of brown sugar swerve. I like that molasses type of flavor. So we're gonna just mix these together. And we're gonna add in our xanthan gum to the dry ingredients so that it doesn't clump. Cream of tartar, this is important. I'll talk about that in a second. And our spices, nutmeg and cinnamon. Mix in our mixture.
Smelling really good.
Here we are. So I think that the key for this recipe is to get cream of tartar and add it in there. That gives a tart flavor, like an apple. It really does make a difference. We use quite a bit in this recipe. The other thing is that this seems really like liquidy right now, but the more that you let it cook down, we're gonna turn up the heat and we're probably gonna simmer this for like 15 minutes or so. You want it to get pretty reduced, right? And that's really gonna make the chayote kind of soft. It's gonna make it viscous. So keep an eye on it, but you can let it like simmer for about 15 minutes. All right, so I've turned down my heat, and if you wanna take a look, Sarah, you'll see how thick it is. It's nice and thick and
Reduced.
Remember, you're putting this in a hand pie, so you don't want it to just be liquidy and everything. The more it's reduced down, the more it's going to be contained inside this little hand pie. So now it's time to talk about what we're going to create our crust out of, our pie crust. And in the past, we have used something called cut the carb or lavash sheets to make keto apple pie. They were kind of thin and hard to work with. We also have used fathead dough in the past, but because we're trying to lower the calories in this recipe, we are going to be using the good old trusty low carb tortilla. You can use your favorite type of low carb tortilla. We like the ones from Hero. We like the ones from Mission. Aldi sells a good low carb tortilla. You just want something that's nice and soft and pliable to make your hand pies. If you want kind of bigger hand pies with more calories, you could use the burrito size of the tortilla. So we're gonna be needing something to make our tortillas sticky so that it's shut. In the video, they use cornstarch, I think, or flour mixed with water to kind of create a paste that they use to brush on the edges to close their apple hand pie. We're gonna be using good old xanthan gum and water. You could also use xanthan gum and egg whites. So I just have a little bit of water and about a teaspoon of xanthan gum, and I'm gonna mix those two together, and that's gonna create a paste. Very thick paste, already too thick. So because we're trying to create a lower calorie version of a keto hand pie, you're not gonna deep fry it, even though I want to, and everything is telling me to deep fry it. I love deep frying these hand pies. Sarah and I have made similar savory hand pies, like samosas, when we deep fry them. They're so delicious, flaky, buttery, golden, but we're not gonna be doing that because we wanna save on the calories. So we're gonna put a little bit of avocado oil into a small dish because we don't have a spray avocado oil on hand. And we're just gonna lightly coat the outside once we've filled our hand pies so that we can bake them in the oven. You could also use an air fryer.
So here's the trick. You're gonna cut this in half.
So we have our half a tortilla. You're gonna go this way and meet the sides. You're gonna go this way and meet the sides. And then we're gonna put a little bit of xanthan gum in here after we filled it.
That's the pocket
That's
where
the pocket.
the good stuff is gonna go.
And okay, that's something else we should mention. You probably should not put as much as you wanna put in here. I know that because I do it every time. You think, I wanna put 1/4 of a cup of filling in here. No.
A little bit of xanthan gum and water. Okay.
You can even press it with your fingers, like
kind of
create one. When two become one. Anybody know that song? Just kidding. That's Spice Girls. Preheat your oven to 425 degrees.
How many tablespoons?
Tablespoons.
Okay, stop there. I know you
See,
want
I want to fill more.
I know, but we should see if it closes. Yeah, see, barely. That's a good
Barely?
amount. That's a good amount.
Yeah.
You know it.
I do know it.
A little bit of glue along the edge.
Take great care with your pocket.
Nice crimped edge.
We're all about those details here. Only the best for you guys. Beautiful.
Okay.
We did one. We're going to finish these up. I think we're going to probably do, what, 8?
Mm-hmm.
You could probably make 20 hand pies with this amount of filling. But it's really good to keep, too. So you can only make a couple and then keep the rest for later. But we're going to get finished making these, and then we'll put them in the oven. But we do want to brush them with a little bit of avocado oil or spray them so they get nice and brown and crispy. And then into the oven for like 8 or 10 minutes or so. We're looking for a golden brown color.
I'm gonna watch them closely.
Right. Because there's nothing that needs to like cook in there. It's all pre-cooked.
Just want the tortilla to brown.
It's been about 7 minutes. We're looking for some color. No.
I mean, they're turning brown on the edges.
One has exploded.
One casualty thus far.
We're gonna let it in for like 2 more minutes. We also made a little swerve drizzle with a little confectioner swerve, which is like powdered sugar version of swerve, mixed with a little almond milk. You could use almond milk or any kind of nut milk or even water probably. It's just a little drizzle on the top. And then we're gonna go downstairs and we're gonna try these 50 calorie, 2 carb pies. In the inspiration video, you know, the frosting, it stayed. It's disappeared. I'm sure it's gonna taste like it's there, but it just didn't give that moment of frosting moment.
Well, you
It's
could
just-
have probably added some like cream cheese to thicken
Right.
it, but
But
we're
that-
trying to
that's-
save calories
Exactly.
here, people.
And if you want like that true buttery flakiness, that you need to deep fry them.
Mm-hmm.
I think. So even air frying
Shallow
is
fry.
It's gonna give you the same result.
Yeah, but it has way more oil in it, which
Right.
equals more calories.
Right.
So, all right, let's.
Now be careful with these. This
Maybe
is.
We just took them out of the oven. They're very hot still. Perfect level of sweetness for me.
Mhm.
Very hot, steaming.
Isn't it good?
I like the icing on the outside. Kind of sweetens up the tortilla a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Tastes just like an apple pie to me.
Mm-hmm. It looks like apple.
Mm-hmm.
It tastes like apple.
Like a green apple.
It's apple. Okay.
It's a squash.
It's a
actually.
squash, right. Used to be 2 apple pies for $1
Mm-hmm.
at McDonald's. I don't even know how much they are because I haven't been there in so long. It's probably like $3.99
Yep.
for one. Probably. The hash brown thing upsets me still, even though I can't have hash browns anyway. But hash
Apple
browns are $3 for one.
Pie with a sundae. Yummy.
Anyway, yeah. So I hope that you guys will try it. It's one of the recipes that, you know, we have been making for like 4 years now. And every time we kind of tweak it with a different type of sugar, now we're adding a little bit of the brown sugar swerve in it.
Mm-hmm.
And it just makes it more like rich.
So let us know if you've tried chayote or if you would give it a go or if you like the zucchini. YouTube seems to think you're going to like this video, so why don't you click on it and we'll see you over there. Anyway, I'm Sarah.
And I'm Emily.
And we are the Keto signing out.
50 calories.
I should have gotten another one.
Right.